Let me just show you a few more examples. Here, in number 1, that has one match, one match, one match, one match. So it's a function. One match, one match, one match, one match. Function. 4 goes to 2 different numbers. The x has 2 different answers. So this one is not a function. Four with -5, -1 with -10, that's good. 0 with -9, 1 with -7, 9 with 1, that's good. Function. 2 with 7, 5 with -3, 3 with 5, -4 with -2, 5 with 2. Here, this x showed up, 5 showed up 2 different times and with 2 different y's. So this is not a function. That x repeated with 2 different y's. So it didn't match our definition of a function. 3 showed up twice, but with 2 different y's, so it's not a function. Y equals 11. Y equals 11. That means the range equals 11. Does that say anything about the domain? No, it doesn't. So let's just make a quick graph of this one. This says y equals 11. Y is how far up we are. X is how far we are to the right or left. So this y, we need a mark at the number 11. Y is equal to 11 is right here. This graph does not repeat any of the x's, so it is a function. 10 is a function. And so is number 8. None of these numbers for number 8 repeat for x. Looking back at it while I'm editing, I can see that 6 does repeat, so 8 is not a function. Let's look at number 9. In a graph, for x's and y's, you get to pick what number you put in for x. So let me just put the number 1. Let's pretend it was 2 times 1, because we're going to solve for y. 2 times 1 minus 5 equals -3. So my first dot would happen here. Let's find out what happens if x was 0. 2 times 0 minus 5 equals -5. Here. To make a line, you need at least 2 points. I have my 2 points, so I'm going to connect those 2 points with a line. And I need to angle this line so that it matches. Okay, I connected my 2 dots with the line. Does this line ever show an x that repeats? No, it doesn't. So number 9 is a function. To get an example of something that's not a function, but is a graph, number 12, on the right side at x equals 2, there are 2 different y's, so it is not a function. Now we'll go to 13. Let's look at x equals 2. Here's 2, and 2 has an answer up there, and 2 for x has an answer down there. So does the number 2 for x, because we're talking about x's, does it show up more than once with 2 different y's? Remember, these ones are the y's, the one goes up, the y's go up and down. So here, if I drag a line, a dotted line, and a dotted line, we have -1.8, positive 1.2. This graph for number 13 has two different y values going to the same x, which was 2, so it is not a function. The x repeated with two different y's, it's not a function.